How are you, YouTube? George here. Welcome back to the shop. And we're looking at my hopefully soon to be milling Vise. This is a Parkinson and Son Shipley Limited, made in England, 6-inch milling vise, clamped in a Parkinson's Perfect vise from 1912, I think that is. I reckon this is 60s, and that's another Parkinson's vise there from 1936. Didn't realise it was a Parkinson until I got it home. Now it is stuck. The lead screw is stuck in here. So what I was able to do was I was able to get all the jaws out. I was able to get the gibs, or whatever you want to call them, that go underneath the sliding jaw. Got them off. There's a bit of movement in it now. So what I was able to do, the reason I have it clamped vertically like this is I have it filled with ATF, with a little bit of acetone in it as well. So I'll leave it here for a few days. You can see it there, it's starting to slowly wick down. I have a container on the ground there. I cleaned that out about an hour ago just because there was some stuff in it. And we can see that there's some ATF in it there. So I'm hoping that if I leave it for a handful of days or a week, it will free itself out. I did have it clamped down onto my hydraulic table out there, and I had it held down with a couple of G clamps, and we were doing a bit of Archimedes torture on it, but I didn't want to go too hard on it. I was afraid of breaking something, so we decided to remove the jaws and get a load of lubricant into it. Now, I had that filled up that was level right up to the top. It's gone down about 2 or 3 mil there so far. So it is taking it, and kind of every now and again when I come out here, I kind of heat it up and down the middle here till it gets fairly hot. And then as hoping that it'll suck the ATF down into it. But we'll get it freed off. If that doesn't work, what I'll do is I have a 5-gallon drum outside. I'll cut the top off it and half fill it with kerosene and fire it into it and leave it in it for a couple of weeks. And that should free it out if this doesn't work. But it's a nice vise, really heavy. It's about 40 kilos or more. And yeah, so we're quite pleased with it. And it'll tidy up quite nicely now. Once we were able to get it apart and get it all cleaned out, it'll be fine, you know. But it'll be a good vise when it's done. So as I said, we'll leave it sitting there for as long as a week or so, and see what that does for it. And I also got this thing here. It's like a plate that you... Oh man, I tell you, this thing is heavy. It's like an angle plate, and you can adjust it. Does it have a scale on it? Don't think so. On that side. She's the on the far side. Yeah, there's a scale there. Yep. Hard to see it now. So it goes from 0 to 45. Yeah, so that'll be a handy little thing when it's done. Oh, just turn that off. Now, yeah, so it kind of caught me eye, so we'll take that all apart and clean it, and be a nice little piece to have. But yeah, the Vise, hopefully the Vise will soak up a load of that stuff. So I just figured that this was the best way to do it. I'd be interested now to come out in the morning and see how much kerosene or much ATF is in the drip tray. So I'm hoping that it works anyway. But it's encouraging now that the lead screw is getting damp, which is good. That's encouraging. So once we get it all apart, we can... it's just filthy, you know. So it should clean up quite well, I hope. Well, unfortunate that it's stuck. That's the only thing. Quite unfortunate. But look at, if this one doesn't work out, we'll just have to go back for a different one. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful so far. I just hit that with the wire brush there to see what it said. I knew there was writing on it there, but it was hard to make it out. But should be fine. Not really much else to say other than that. It's very hot here. 27 degrees it was today. And not too many paddies built for that kind of heat. Yeah, loads of old chips and yeah. Anyway, we should make a nice Vise out of that once we can get it freed out. That's the main thing, is getting it freed out. And I think we're going the right way about it. As I said, if this doesn't work, I'll try soaking it in kerosene for a couple of weeks and see does that do anything for it. Once you get some lubrication in there and it kind of starts to break things down, that can be helpful, you know. Just giving her an old prod there to make sure it's not blocked or anything. I find something else that I can shove in there now. Give me a minute. Right, so we went at it there with this welding rod, and we shoved it down into it, and we gave it another dart of the old blowtorch. So it's kind of bubbling there. So it's quite hot, like you wouldn't put your hand on it. I can feel the heat from it out here. So hopefully that will do the job. I like taking something like this that's really old and decrepit, and most people would just walk by this and just disregard it as scrap and continue on. I like to give stuff like this a second chance, and I think it'll be an interesting project to try and get it freed out and working again. Be a good Vise, I'd say, if we can get it freed out. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So I hope everybody enjoys the good weather, and we'll get you again in the next one. Hopefully in the next video I'll have some news on this, that it's freed out or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. So all the very best for now. Enjoy the sunshine and take it easy, as the fella says. All the best from a sun-drenched, very warm, almost like tropical island of Ireland, which is unusual for us. Normally here we identify summer by the rain getting warmer. There you go. Okie dokie. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.